Well, Mose, how is this spring practice compared to last year's?
Way better, just like anything, get better with time. So just knowing the scheme, having a year under my belt, building trust with the coaches, even like just being with certain players like Mansour being in the boundary with me, we communicate way better now. We talk about things more just because we've grown a relationship more off the field as well. So I say overall it's just been night and day, really. Last year was about trying to get my foot in the door, show people that I can learn it. Now it's about like perfecting it and mastering it.
What was that like playing last fall? I mean, I know you got here early. I don't know if you necessarily thought you'd play immediately that many snaps during the season. Was it difficult to step in like that?
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't. I'm a confident guy, so just trying to be as confident as possible. But go out there, it's like every week is something new. You get used to the routine. I wasn't used to traveling that far for games and, changing up the scheme each week. But it was fun, though. It's a great experience. I had a lot of older guys like Nasir Peoples. He really helped me a lot through that process. Yeah, I had my ups and downs, but it was fun for the most part.
What was the biggest challenge?
I'd say the biggest challenge is consistency. It's a long season compared to high school. High school you don't travel as far. You don't do as much during the week. It's a lot of mental stuff that go into it. So I'd say definitely like just being consistent as I can each week. The scheme may change. They might use me different. I might be more in the box one week. I might be back deep one week. So it was just really just trying to be as consistent as possible.
How valuable was Nasir last year, learning from him at the boundary and taking those lessons into this year?
Oh yeah, that's a guy I look up to. It was super valuable. Nasir is a guy. The mental part of the game is very good for him. So he definitely helped me go through that as well. Watching film with him, breaking it down. Coach Pilo helped me a lot, but sometimes getting in there with Nas, it would be more. He could teach me the stuff that is not on the chart. You know what I mean? So it was more so like feeling things, watching how he fits certain things to help me.
Yeah, you mentioned the fits there. I think last year a lot of second and third level run defense at times allowed for explosive plays. How much have you grown in that area and being able to recognize, fit your gap and be able to make plays?
Personally, I feel like I'm way better now. I studied it a lot throughout the offseason. Even going into bowl prep, that was a big emphasis for me because I feel like the more you know your fit, the faster you'll play. I think the coach has done a real great job this spring, making it more simple, but also keeping it the same, so we can play fast. So Coach Pilo, Coach Marv, all those guys, they really helped us a lot.
How big was the military bowl for you? Obviously, Nas was down, Stroh was down, knowing you had to step up and be the guy there. How big was that moment and experience for you?
I think in hindsight it was real big. In the moment, it kind of felt natural. In high school I played both ways, so I was used to being in the game all the time. So knowing that Nas wasn't going to play, Stroh was down, I knew I was going to have to play a lot, and that's kind of what I wanted. I felt like the more I played, the more comfortable I'd be. So I just tried to go out there and be as consistent as possible. And in hindsight, it was a big game for me. It was a great experience to be out there. I've never traveled up north a lot as a kid, so it was great to be out there and get that experience.
I believe your freshman year roommate was Pop. What is it like going to battle with him out here on the practice field now?
Yeah, I live with Pop and Aiden. So, yeah, going out there with them, just competing. We talk a lot of trash. We're real competitors, so just talking a lot of trash and trying to get the best of each other each day. But we make each other better because we all playmakers. So,
what was your recruiting process like?
Slow, man. I was a late bloomer. I worked real hard for everything in terms of speed, strength, knowledge of the game, physicality. None of it was real natural for me. I was always a smart kid, but I wasn't never really talented. So I just grew through that throughout my high school years, and I had a growth spurt as well to help. And then just trying to take it day by day. My senior year, I kind of tried to detach from it and focus on winning the state championship. So that's when a lot of recruitment picked up for me, which is ironic. But I didn't try to pay too much attention to it till after my season. But Tech really stood out. Coach Quinn built a great relationship with me. Coach Pilo and Coach Marv, they've been honest and real from the jump. So just appreciating those guys.
What is that? I mean, it feels like recruiting is going earlier and earlier in the process, and people are committing as juniors and sophomores. And you do it as a senior. Yeah. What is that like watching other guys commit places and they're like, I'm taking my time here?
I think it's a testimony to just writing your own story. You don't got to live nobody else's story. I had guys in my high school get offers before me, younger grades, committing younger. And it's easy to get caught up in that, especially with social media and stuff. But I feel like my coach told me in high school it all works itself out. You're going to end up where you're supposed to be, and I feel like that's how it worked with me.
Your dad played at Tennessee?
Yes, sir.
Is that right? What position was he?
He came in as a quarterback. He transferred over to running back and then fullback eventually.
Okay,
back in
so
the
he was offense. Were you ever offense in your life?
Yeah, I played offense all my life. I was a quarterback growing up.
Okay.
Up until sophomore year. my coach moved me to safety to get me on the field because I was real smart, so he trusted me to, like, control things in the back end. I was real small, though, so I was getting ran over a lot all the time. And then junior year, I played receiver and safety, and I picked up more offers at safety. And then my senior year, I played receiver and safety. I had 15 touchdowns at receiver, and then safety, I made a lot of plays as well.
So you said you got run over a lot early on. When did you start
yeah.
running people over? 'Cause you seem like you're a big hitter.
Yeah, after my sophomore year, my dad's real honest with me. So he was telling me about how I got to get in the weight room and eat right, all of that. He helped me through it. So I just started getting bigger. And then the physicality was always there. I've never been scared to strike. It was just I didn't have the weight for it. So once I got the weight for it, the confidence was already there, so it was over with from there.
What was the weight gain between your sophomore year and junior year of high school?
I'm pretty sure my sophomore year, I was probably 155 pounds, 165 pounds. I think my junior year, I played at like 175, which doesn't seem significant, but in football terms, it really helps, especially on the high school level.
And any safeties you model your game after?
Grant Delpit, he's my favorite safety. Derwin James, recently I've been watching a lot of his tape. Jaquan Brisker, he played at Penn State when Coach Pryor was there, so that's good tape for me to watch him fit in that defense. He played the boundary safety. Marcus Allen, he played at Penn State as well. You think he plays back in the league now, but he was real good at Penn State at that boundary safety spot. And then in terms of just overall, I think Minka Fitzpatrick is probably my favorite ball hawk in terms of like tracking the ball. So
what is it about those other guys that you like so much?
Delpit, in terms of the size, 6'3", 200-pound safety, that's kind of more my frame. I watched him at LSU his sophomore year in 2018. He played a lot close to the line. He'll be back deep, real versatile guy. And I feel like that's kind of how I play here. I'll be in the box, I'll be back deep. I could play a half, a third, quarters, man. So just trying to watch that film and see how he played everything. And he did the lights out, and he has a bigger frame, so his movements are kind of similar to mine.
Safety is a position where you have to make so many calls back there in the back end. How much more familiar are you with the defense? How much more comfortable are you in doing that?
Oh, way more. So, like I told you, I played quarterback growing up, so I was used to always, like, communicating. But last year, I think it was more being a younger guy, it's kind of difficult to tell someone that may be a senior, yo, you need to do this, you need to do that. But as of now, they know what I do. I've gained trust and respect by the coaches and my teammates. So if I say something out there, people pretty much going to listen. So it gives me confidence as well to make the checks I need to.
How about Quinn Redman back at safety, the true freshman? How's he looking? How are you kind of coaching as you were in his position just a year ago?
Q's a ball player. Like, I hosted him on his official, so we've been growing a relationship since then. He came in. I feel like he came in with the right mindset. He just works. He's trying to learn everything. Like, if he's getting coached hard, he's a really coachable kid. Like, he doesn't take it personal. He keeps coming back each day. He'll make plays. He plays with confidence regardless. Like, he can mess up a play. He's going to come back and keep playing fast, playing physical. So this has been exciting to see his growth. He's going to help us slide in the back end. I feel like he's going to be the future of that safety room, going forward.
Is he more of a field or boundary safety, Radish?
Currently, he's playing the field. He can move real good. He can cover guys. And it's a little slower and simpler in the field, so definitely field right now.
What was that like going through that last year with Jaylen, where he's brand new to that side of the ball, and I think you guys played a lot more snaps than you expected with the injuries and everything that happened?
Just trying to grow through it together. Me and Jaylen are real close as well. Our lockers are pretty close to each other in the locker room. Chop it up a lot, but really just helping each other. Especially military bowl. We was out there together like pretty much the whole game, so communicating what we seeing. We both know that we were new to the scheme and the defense, so just trying to help each other as much as we could.
I think you got a targeting call early in ACC play, and then after that it was pretty clean after that.
Yeah.
As you've got more comfortable in the defense, are you able to play slower now and then still be able to give a big hit but get it legally?
Yeah, really, me and Coach Pryor talked a lot about it. The clean hit is more so keeping my head up, rapping and running my feet, so just trying to practice that. But, the more confident you are, I can see things clearer. So it's not like, oh, he's here, I need to hit him. It's more so like I can track it and time it up. So, yeah, definitely being a year in the system, it helps.
As a Virginia Tech safety, who's a big hitter, we have to ask you about Cam Chancellor. Do you know about him? Have you ever met him at all?
Yeah, I watched his tape a lot. My 7th grade year of middle school, I watched his tape a lot. Recently I watched him again. Coach Gouveia, he's a real close guy to me. He helps me a lot here. Coach Gouv, he played with him. Yeah. So just asking him questions about him and seeing how he respected him because he was younger than him when they were here. So hearing about how he prepared, how he went about his business here, is definitely like somebody I look up to and kind of try to fit into that mold.
You never met him though?
Never got to
He might
meet
be
him.
here at spring game.
Yeah, hopefully.